Mr. Chairman, I have a very important
If the gloves
manifestation.
are off, and I'm ready to take the gloves off. I respect the senator. You've heard me. You've seen me treat them. I respect Senator Trillanes. You are senators. You have the right to speak here
Yes,
as
Mr.
much as you want. But you do not have the right to conceal things, especially material things.
Okay, Mr. Chairman,
You know,
it's material to the issue at hand. In addition to the transcript that I read earlier, page 166 of the September 15 hearing, presided by Senator De Lima, on page 81 of the September 22, 2016 hearing, presided by the chairman, Senator Gordon. Senator Cayetano, okay, paano sir ngayon? Dine-deny na terrorist si Macdum. Wa man record, there's no record that he's a terrorist or wanted. Mr. Matobato, kaya nga sir, pinailan ako ng kidnapping sir, na-dismiss yan sir, kasi si Sally Macdum backdoor. Backdoor yan sir. Si Sally Macdum walang record sa embassy sir. Walang record. So, Mr. Matobato was truthful in his testimony and the chairman himself. And I can understand, Senator Gordon, I can attribute that to memory lapse because Mr. Matobato, once in a while, would have memory lapses just like every other person. So dito sa transcript, both transcripts, walang concealment. And it was given directly to the chairman. So you cannot, September 22, Senator Gordon, by backdoor, ibig niyong sabihin, walang record na pumasok siya dito. So you even discussed the issue. So that's why I keep on referring to the transcript kasi binabali-baliktad minsan yung yung facts. People may be entitled to their own opinion, but they're not entitled to their own facts.
Right,
and every conclusion made earlier na tama itong mga nandirito na resource persons natin, tas mali si Matobato, is a matter of opinion. And I totally disagree. And I believe there is a multitude of people who would agree with my assessment and my position as well, Mr. Chairman.
Well, I don't care about the multitude who agrees with you. I respect them. I may not care about what the multitude says because sometimes there are people here who say, there go my people, I must follow them. Leaders follow what is in their minds. Leaders follow what is in the best interest of the country, irrespective of whether it's popular or not. Let me just say one thing, though. The focus on Matobato at the time was he claimed that Sally was killed because he was a terrorist. Yun ang pinapalabas siya, pinatay, terrorist. And he recited, if memory serves correct, na yung mga kinakasama niya, sinabi raw siya, terrorist, kaya pinatay nila. Pinadescribe pa natin kung paano niya pinatay. Pero sabihin niya, meron siyang kidnapping case. Well, that was in passing. Pero for a senator to hold information,
It was not held, Mr. Chairman.
let me finish. To hold information that he had it in their notes, that there was already an NBI and a case has been filed in the fiscal's office that Macdum, in the first place, was supposed to have been killed in 2002 when in fact he was killed in the year 2000. To come here, and how can you blame the whole committee when he says some policemen were involved here, then those policemen turned out to be not even policemen at the time they were being accused. Hindi pa sila police, like Mr. Medina over there. Or for that matter, somebody else here as well. They're not even policemen. Ang dami-dami mga mismatches and information na lumalabas. So, pinalampas natin yan. Pero for a senator to hide something, and I can remember kanina, I was on her side. Sabi ko, oversight lang yan. Mr. Lacson wanted to terminate it. Oversight lang yan. Kailan ako pumotok, kailan ako na-disappoint. Nung lumabas na talaga, na meron talagang material concealment because that should have been told the committee. That should have been told a fellow senator. Dick, Senator, Ping, meron ako dito na ito pala ay may kaso sa NBI at talagang na-file pa yung kaso. That is material. In any language, that is material. Sa transcript, makakalusot yan, pero kung may information ka, you have the duty to tell the truth here. And that is where I'm going to say now. In that event, I will now suspend with apologies to all the policemen here, once again headed by Deputy Director General De La Rosa, and all the others, the NBI, the other generals who came from Davao, and even to the policemen, and to all the witnesses here, and to all those listening to us. I think it is important that we suspend it for the moment. I will not issue any statement to the press, because that is not my purpose here. Some people come here in this country and they want to talk to the press all the time. I have not called anybody about any statement that I have made here. Whatever I have, it's been open. It's in my Facebook account. So I'm a very open man. So in that case, having said that, with the permission of Senator Cayetano, and well, okay, Majority Floor Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. May I just reiterate the pressing issues being faced by the PNP leadership, so we don't need them tomorrow. We can summon them if it's important, but we can excuse them for tomorrow's hearing, Mr. Chairman. Yes,
With the reservation that I would like to get their thoughts on the matter of plebs formally. That has already been given by Undersecretary Catalino Ayo, and of course the matter of internal affairs. From day one, I've been looking at the remedial legislation that has to be done, meaning to say that we must limit the time upon which they can make the report, that our civilian chairman be immediately appointed, because the last thing that you want is intrigue. That's why we have avoided that. We could have hidden these people in an executive session. We did not, because pag-uusapan lang. Kaya ang internal affairs dapat mabilis kagad na magagawa. Nakikita nyo rin sa ibang bansa na lumalabas kagad pag may nabaril yung pulis, lumalabas kagad on television. Kaya ang lahat, ang mayor, ang mga tao doon, sinasabi kagad kung ano nangyari kagad. That is what people want. People want to know bakit hindi napipigil yung riding in tandem. Yung mga ganyan, yan ang mga sinasabi natin na pwedeng ibigay sa atin ng kapulisan kung paano masosolve yan, kung kailangan nila ng tinatawag na camera on the vest, camera on the car, dashboard, para ma-limit ang tentasyon na pumatay ng tao. Hindi naman pulis lang ang pumapatay. Dapat imbestigahin natin bakit yung mga drug lord, ilan lang napapatay. Kung talaga yun ang ginagawa. And we're not condoning killing people. We just want to know bakit magpaliwanag ang iba dyan kung sino-sino pa yung drug lord na nakikita natin sapagkat yun ang lumalabas. So having said that, Mr. President, my dear colleagues, I would like to ask in what direction the police want to get help from the Senate, in what direction the other agencies like the NBI want to get help, and in the meantime, we will call on the NCR tomorrow. They've been waiting. I'm sorry, the CHR, and also other possible witnesses that have been called here. Unfortunately, natakot yung sa taga-CDO na nakilala si Matubato. I think we should try and call him. If the gloves are off, then let it come off. We should try and call him because he said, yan ang nagtangkang pumatay sa akin. And so, Senator Cayetano, with your permission, unless you want to say something else, I would like to adjourn this for a while, suspend this for a while, and thank everybody here. What do we do with all these people from the Police Department of Davao?
Mr. Chairman, may I recognize, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, please go ahead, Senator Pacquiao.
Mr. Chairman, there's no, I think, and I believe that there is no reason to continue this committee meeting tomorrow. What we need, I think, to all the members of this committee, we should caucus first to continue to talk about if we continue the committee meeting tomorrow.
Mr. Chair,
Yes,
I was about to say before you were to suspend that I will submit to you, but I just wanted to manifest I also have the other inconsistencies. I agree with you. I want to hear the police. I want to hear the CHR, and they can submit it to us. But I also firmly believe, Mr. Chair, with all due respect, that we should set an example that a witness like Matubato cannot be brought here and fool us and this, and then a senator cannot walk out, then expect the next day we'll just continue. But again, you have led this committee fairly, so I do not want to...
I'm listening to everybody here.
Yes. So I do agree with the motion of Senator Pacquiao, but I'm sure we will follow you unless you agree to... the motion, Mr. Chair, is not for us to come up with a decision, but just to terminate this part of the investigation, then get the submissions, then for the committee to assess. Of course, if you feel like another hearing later on, that is always the option of the chair, Mr. Chairman.
We must not let anybody who tries to fool the committee of the Senate of the Republic of the Philippines, to gain something out of trickery, chicanery, and fraud. You should not allow that. The Senate is bigger than all of us. And all of you have said that in so many words. So I will, against my better judgment, apparently there is a consensus here from the others that we will suspend. We will not call a hearing tomorrow. And God knows I am very relieved because I am really tired. I've been working weekends, I've been working at night. It's not easy. We prepare. So we will suspend to assess. And where do you want to call the next meeting? On Wednesday morning? Until further notice?
Mr. Chair, I agree with until further notice. May I just make this recommendation? I hear you, Mr. Chair. You want to assure the public na walang mangyayaring extrajudicial or may complaints. Maybe we can get an assurance from the NBI and Chief De La Rosa that while we're not hearing, if there are complaints of extrajudicial killings or of police abuse or military abuse, they can go straight to your office or to the NBI for the complaints and furnish our chairman, Senator Gordon, a copy. In the meantime, Mr. Chair, just while you're not holding a hearing.
Copy of?
I'm saying, your concern, Mr. Chair, was that kung matigil ang hearing, paano kung may mga abuses?
Correct.
So if they can assure us that their office will take the complaints and furnish you a copy of the complaints so we can follow it up, then an indefinite suspension until you feel it is right to either have a hearing or to terminate would be in order, Mr. Chair.
Yes. So I take it that the committee wants to suspend the proceedings until further notice, until we can have a caucus with the rest of the Senate, so we can take the proper action. And so I will take that as an instruction from the committee. And therefore, we will suspend it until further notice. But before we do, I'd like to thank everyone here again. I know that some of you spent your resources to come here. And I'd like to thank particularly Director General De La Rosa for having spent the whole day and night here. We started this proceeding at 9 o'clock. I have never seen a committee work that long in a long time. I don't see anything like that. But I just want to let the people know, nakita nyo ang inyong Senado, hindi kami sumusuko sa trabaho at gagawin pa rin namin yan sa mga susunod na panahon. Maraming salamat po. This meeting is suspended until further notice.